We are back. And, I was on Twitter and I came across a post, which was an excerpt from a GQ magazine that interviewed Christian Bale. And it caught my attention because of the subject matter. So, Christian Bale, it's quoted. I'll read it to you here. It says, Christian Bale says, "I was thinking about your question. What the F did you do Thor for?" And then the GQ interview jumps in and says, "Well, no, that's not how I phrased it." And he goes, and Christian says, "Well, that was my impression I got. You were like, yeah, what the F was Thor all about?" But I love those films. I love them. And the one thing about Christian Bale is when he takes on a role, no matter what it is, he invests everything. We're talking 150, 200%. We all know this. We've seen it in The Machinist. We've seen it in the Batman films. We've seen it in every movie where he even shapeshifts and changes his appearance and his weight and all that kind of stuff. I didn't think Thor Love and Thunder was a great movie, but I didn't have a lot invested in it because I didn't know the character that Christian Bale was playing because I didn't read Thor comic books. So I went in as a regular viewer and just had fun with it. It was fun, the screaming goats, all that kind of stuff. Taika Waititi's it's a different type of movie. And Christian Bale, gets to work on a Marvel film. He gets to play a really wild character. But the thing that I connected with was, in the beginning of the film, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, Christian Bale's daughter dies in his arms, and then he has to bury her in the desert. And he barely says any dialogue whatsoever. And it's some of the most powerful stuff. I have a daughter, so I teared up a little bit, in the theater just because Christian Bale just gives it. Even with something like this Marvel film, you can see the work. And so to get asked a question like, "Oh, what was Thor, Love and Thor all about?" or whatever the term was, yeah, it's offensive. And I can understand why he would take that offensive. Actors know when they do bad films. They absolutely do. But I question anyone who can find a single film that Christian Bale has not given 150% and that he has not just crushed. Name me the movie. Let's talk about it in the comments sections. What did you think about GQ and their kind of stupid question for Christian Bale during the interview? Let's talk about it in the comments section, and we'll see you on the next one.